All right, everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
I hope you guys are all doing great. We are at now episode 18.
All right.
I'm so excited. This is a comedy
Yeah.
from 2012, or for you, going way back.
Ancient.
Ancient movie. This is a Ben Stiller movie called The Watch.
Yeah, interestingly, I had never heard of and or seen this movie
Yeah.
until we watched it for this purpose.
It didn't do super great.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I had never even, it didn't ring a bell at all.
Yeah. It didn't do super great, which is kind of one of the issues. It had, to say like an all-star cast, it really did have, for especially comedy, all-star cast.
Oh, for sure.
Had some amazing people in it, but
Definitely.
it didn't really, ring a lot of bells. A lot of people were just like, meh, it was okay. But I think that's kind of the issue. You know?
That's the problem.
That's the problem. That's why we kind of want to look at it and maybe can work on it. Give it a couple fixes.
Yeah, I think it could be better.
And it was, it's an R-rated comedy, which already for a lot of people they're kind of checking out of that because some people are like, I can't, not going to watch that, but some do, But this is let's just do a real quick recap. Then.
Yeah, give us a summary.
Quick summary. The Watch. It's like I said, it's 2000, way back. So old, 2012.
A classic.
It's following four suburban men. It's Evan, played by Ben Stiller, who is fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great comedic actor.
He's a legend.
He plays this very anal retentive, kind of meticulous Costco manager.
Mm-hmm. He's got his life in order.
He's got it together, basically.
Right.
But he's obviously, he's wearing a mask. Because he's hiding some personal issues in his world, but he's trying to create a lot of clubs,
Yeah, he likes to give to others in his own way.
He gets involved.
Basically, he likes to be in charge of things.
He likes to be in charge of things, but he likes to be involved. I think it's deeper because he wants to be involved and be in charge of things because he feels kind of
unfulfilled in other areas,
and disconnected in other things. So yeah. Then there's Bob, played by Vince Vaughn. He's
Love him.
Just comedically. I mean, since Swingers, this guy has been knocking around the park. He's so good. He's so funny. So these two connect again, play from dodgeball to here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this time they're buddies in this one. And he plays this, Vince Vaughn plays this kind of overprotective dad. But he wants to have fun. But it's kind of unclear his real, what's his real character.
Yeah.
Then there's Franklin, who's played by Jonah Hill. He's this intense kind of would-be cop almost.
A little bit gangster.
Yeah, but he's weird because he keeps going in between, which is kind of, an issue. But he's kind of going from this intense to kind of like this easily controlled,
I know,
to a point where they're like acting like he's a dog. It was weird. Weird. And then Jamarcus, and I always mess his last name up. It's Richard Ayoade. I really like this guy, but he's a fantastic actor. But I always mess his last name up.
We don't know.
His name's Richard. It's Richard. It's Richard.
It's Rick. Ricky.
It's Ricky.
Good old Ricky.
Yeah. He's this British neighbor, and he's just real quirky guy who just wants to have friends.
Yeah.
That's what he is. Together they form the Neighborhood Watch, and they're protecting this very small town from, really, there was a murder that happened. And the cops blame the people, and it happens in the Costco where Evan works, and he's just like, oh, this cannot pass. I'm going to help, I'm going to find the killer, right? So they form this Neighborhood Watch.
Right, and basically it's just another club.
Yeah, it's another club.
For Evan.
For Evan to control. And
he really cares about it.
He does.
It's not that he doesn't care about it.
But it's just something for sure. It's for something
but
for him
it's
to control.
Basically one more thing for him to be in charge of.
Right. And they're, they get together and it turns into this really, it turns from looking for a murderer into realizing there's an alien invasion.
Yeah. Yes.
And it just gets
Right.
crazy.
That they're not looking for a murderer.
Yeah.
They're looking for a creature.
A creature, yeah. And that aliens are going to basically come in and destroy their world. And
For no other reason than just that's what they do.
because that's what, aliens do. And so, armed with basically their misplaced confidence,
Right.
they kind of form a quote brotherhood team, kind of. And they try to face this extraterrestrial threat, but they also are dealing with their own issues, which kind of do bog down the story because it's done in an odd way. And so, yeah. In the end, it's basically this crazy journey, and they're heroes in the end.
Yeah.
Because they do stop the invasion.
They save the day.
They save the day, and they blow everything up and kill all the aliens. And
so we think.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we assume. Basically armed with, it was Franklin's guns that he had stuffed under his bed,
right,
and some walkie-talkies from Costco.
Yeah, well, and with the help of some alien tech.
There's some alien tech that comes into
play
at the end of it. Right. So that's kind of the summary of it. It's on the surface, I think it sounds like
it's an interesting, fun idea.
I think it's a fun idea. It's probably obviously why I got greenlit, but I think it's fun. What we liked. There's two characters. Now, obviously, Ben and Vince and Joan, these guys are all...
Yeah, the core group of actors.
They're very
great.
funny. And they can take it off the page, okay? They can see the line, and Vince Vaughn can make that a story. He's just, hey, baby, what are you talking about? Listen. Hey, this is what we'll do, baby.
Yeah.
And just take it off the page and make it really beautiful and fun, which makes it fun for an audience because they're just watching their friend talk to them, which is cool. But there are two characters that are not the main characters, and I'm going to mention them now. Will Forte plays the police officer in this, and he obviously from Saturday Night Live and MacGruber and just a billion things that he's been in. He is incredibly funny. Everything he does is funny. He is incredibly talented, and honestly, I think the movie obviously benefited by having him in it. And then there's also Doug Jones. The incomparable Doug Jones. Some of you might not know who Doug Jones is, and if you don't, that is a shame.
It is a shame.
Because I've met Doug Jones, and this man is a gem of a human being.
Yes.
He plays the lead alien in this. He has played a lot of men in the plastic. He's played he played Silver Surfer. He played in Shape of Water. He was
the alien.
He was the fish in that, and he was in Hellboy. He played Abraham in that one. He's played a lot of these creatures. He was the zombie boyfriend in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
This guy has played...
Going way back.
Way back to...
A storied career.
Going back to, I don't know if you know this, he played the Moon in the McDonald's commercial. Mac Tonight.
No, I did not know that.
He played that guy. This gentleman is incredible. And when I found out he was playing, I was like, I wonder who played. And I was like, it's got to be Doug. It's got to be Dougie. Oh, yes, sir, it was.
Yeah.
This guy is a pro 100%, and he plays it. He kills it. Totally kills it. And he's awesome. He's awesome in this film.
I think...
So that's what I liked.
And I agree with you. I think that was the best part of the film, were the actors... Even with, some of the plot issues, it was entertaining because of them.
Right.
Because of who was in it. And they made it fun. They made it entertaining to watch.
It was a very funny...
Could it have been a much better film in general?
Yes.
Yeah. But they did, what?
Yeah, they did what they do.
They did what they do.
Right.
And they were very fun to watch.
Right. And that's the thing. A lot of people are like... well, how do you break that when it's a comedy? And you're like, look, I'm not trying to say that what they did was funny or not funny. I'm not trying to judge that. What I'm trying to say is there could have been some things to give them more to work with.
Right. I think movies have to get away from just relying on the actors to carry the film.
Right. It's like when you put Chris Pratt in a film and just go like, okay, you put Ryan Reynolds in a film and go, all right, go be funny, guys.
Right.
It's not
fair
We
to talked
them.
about that in Electric State when we did Electric State. It's like, Chris Pratt's great. He's very entertaining. But without a story, it's just Chris Pratt.
Being funny. Right.
And these guys are amazing. They're super fun to watch. But without a great story, I mean, I'd never even heard of this movie.
Right.
So,
there you go.
You know.
Then that's what happens to it.
That's what happens to it. It kind of doesn't live on.
So my hot take misstep here is there's aliens and they're kind of planning this invasion thing. It doesn't make sense for them to basically head out into the world and do some random killings. Right? But they do. And I'm like, they just kill a kid on a skateboard because he's behind in an alley. What are you farting around in an alley for? You got a business to do. Take care, kill.
Right.
Killing some kid is not, it just brings suspicion. It doesn't make sense that you would be doing that. You should be getting these things together to invade.
If this is a covert invasion.
The last thing you want to do is go make a bunch of noise by killing a kid, a teenager.
Running around, killing a few people.
It doesn't make sense. That's my hot take misstep for this one, but I've got a fix for some of these. So, yeah. All right. What do you got?
Personally, I think the movie didn't have to be a rated R movie. There was stuff in it that I just felt like we could have cleaned it up a little bit.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a fan of these guys, but all of the
it was
all of the locker room humor.
Yeah.
I just
not a fan. You're not a fan.
I'm just not a fan of it. I feel like it could have been entertaining without it. I think it could have been even something the family could have watched as a fun movie without it.
That was my question. It was like, it sounds like you're saying to me, this would have been a better idea if you'd kept it more PG-13, then more people could have enjoyed it. And because the Neighborhood Watch taking down aliens is a family fun idea.
It can be.
I think that might have been one of the bigger missteps because you went too far.
Yeah.
You're just relying on older adults to watch this kind of silly comedy.
When you're kind of leaning into the locker room, the dirty jokes, I don't know.
I think that's a big misstep.
It feels almost cringy to me and not funny.
Right.
So
it would have changed quite a few things, obviously, but you could have done a lot of those things without showing as much as what they were and saying.
Definitely, but also with a better story. I don't think you would have had to have leaned in so hard to the dirty humor.
Yeah. Well, here we go then. Let's get into it. Act 1, obviously in the setup there. Problem 1, the main characters, as much as I like them, they didn't have a whole lot of depth. They didn't. Evan, Bob, Franklin, and Jamarcus. They're funny in isolated moments.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
They're funny in these isolated moments, but emotionally,
yeah. There was no real growth.
They're hollow. That's right. I mean, they're just kind of eh.
We both gave each other a look because
I often say hollow.
I
admitted it.
And I went hollow.
Hollow, right?
Instead of
like,
hollow.
Huh? Yeah, I know.
So he said it correctly.
I do.
Thumbs up to you.
Thanks for then telling everyone my mess ups.
Hey, listen. We're an open book over
hey,
here.
I own it. The movie does rely on these very charismatic, comedically incredible actors to basically cover up an empty script, in my opinion. It basically, look, I feel like we need to know what the town means to each of them. Right? And why they care. So, for a fix, you give each character a grounded reason for joining the Watch. Evan, he's increasingly feeling more irrelevant in his marriage, in his hollow marriage.
Nice.
Thank you. Bam. Every time I do it, I'm going to look at you.
Okay.
And in his job even. And we do need to set up that this Costco, we see that it's important to him, but we need to think that this Costco is like, it's like his child.
It's his baby.
It's his baby.
He's poured his life into
right,
this
because
Costco.
it shows in the movie, he can't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So this has kind of become the substitute for this.
Right.
Right? And, he needs purpose then. Bob, he wants to reconnect with his daughter. He talks about, his wife is often away.
She's on business
all the time. I mean, just say, we never see her. I mean, just say, look, my wife and I split up a few years back, and then my daughter doesn't respect me.
Yeah.
Just say that, because then you're like, okay, is the wife actually there?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, they didn't really set up the relationship. They had one argument.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to infer that there was some kind of strained relationship from that. But
they did it for comedic thing, because he's like, oh, I love my little angel. And he's like, I swear, go, girl.
Yeah.
And it's done for comedic effect instead of like going...
Actually giving him a purpose for doing what he's doing. Because he wants to mend this relationship.
Right. But like he doesn't know how to do it. And the daughter needs to... When you see the daughter who thinks he's a complete screw up.
Right.
And he can't take charge of anything. He can't do anything. He's just kind of living off his past glories. It'd be kind of cool, like, to see him as one of those peaked in high school guys.
Yeah.
That
would have been
been really cool, because like he's got the man cave and blah, blah, blah. And even like he's living off of like some money that he used to have, but it's running out. You know what I mean? What do I do now?
That would have been
awesome. He needs a purpose. Franklin, he's dreaming of becoming a real hero because he got passed over for the cop.
Right. He wanted to be a cop.
But like, show him like, I feel like you need to be consistent with his character, because he starts off as this like knife wielding dude, and then he kind of didn't, and then he's back, and then he needs to be consistent the whole time and be like this tough guy who doesn't quite know how to be tough and just, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's kind of trying to be tough, but he doesn't have direction. He doesn't know how to take the reins himself.
Right. They show him as tough, but they don't really show him as competent. And I feel like in order for us... Ever. Yeah. In order for us to see him at the end becoming what he's always wanted to be, which is a cop, you have to show him competent in the emergency moments. Right. And they just kind of show him like throwing a knife around... at a party.
Yelling at his mom.
Yelling at his mom.
Now, that was fun. I do think that was really funny. When
it was funny.
Leave me alone. Hey, Mom. And then they all leave, and he's like, Mom, I just did that for the guys.
I'm
trying to be a tough man.
Trying to earn their respect.
You're a beautiful butterfly. That was funny. But, again, it didn't really land if he can't be consistent throughout. So, anyway. And then Jamarcus... He's desperate to belong because he's newly divorced, and he's desperate to belong as part of this group. Now, if you have seen this movie, you know that Jamarcus, spoiler, is
one of the
aliens. Actually an alien.
Yeah.
He's actually an alien. And it would have been cool to kind of see. I mean, they don't have to set him up they can absolutely completely set him up throughout this film as being a newcomer, and that's fine. I think, overall, they're just these bored dudes. Yeah. Right?
They just needed a hobby.
But they have to be men that are trying to find something that matters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they need to be shown as somebody who needs this watch.
They need it.
They need it. And I think that they should need it. They should really need to be part of it.
Yes.
Instead of just like they heard Ben Stiller at a football game and went, yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's important to these guys, it's important to us as the audience.
Right. Next problem, the characters, the main characters, they actually, kind of in my opinion, they don't actually really grow throughout the film. They start as these kind of caricature guys, and they end as basically the same guys. They defeat the aliens, yes, they do, but there's no real moment of transformation for them. Mm-mm. Not really. Kind of, but not completely. So here's my fixes here. You kind of hardwire into the arcs of their story some specifics that they need to accomplish. Evan, who's this do it my way or the highway kind of guy, he learns to stop controlling everything and trust his team.
Yes.
Specifically, I'm going to say Franklin.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm going to pull that Franklin back in a second. And his wife, who we'll talk about later on, who needs to be part of the story.
She does.
From kind of the beginning.
Yeah, because she becomes kind of a big part of the story
at the end.
At the very end.
For a second. And then she's like, okay, get back out of here and take care of the cop.
Yeah.
It just...
I feel
like they were like, we need to have her in more or something.
Yeah, no, it would have been
way
better if we had built her into the plots of what was happening.
And then Bob, he kind of has a complete arc because he kills the boyfriend of his daughter's boyfriend. But like, again, I feel like there was a better solution to that. Mm-hmm. So he needs to be at the point of going to kill the boyfriend. He's going to do this. But we'll reveal that later. Franklin, he saves the cop.
Yes.
At the end by throwing himself out there, shooting the alien. He kills the alien, but he gets like wounded, but not bad, just enough for him to like take a hit.
Right.
But
he sacrifices something.
The cop does get hurt, falls back, twists his ankle. He can't go. Right. Mm-hmm. And then that way, you know, it's still like he has a sacrifice there. Jamarcus, I think Jamarcus in this film, he basically just goes, guys, I need to tell you this thing. And he cuts his hand. He's like, I'm an alien.
And they freak out and it's kind of funny.
And then he just kind of walks away. I think he should have bbeen found out as an alien.
Mm-hmm.
And they discover he's an alien and he tries to explain it. And they're like, they won't even let him. They're like, get out of here, man. And he's like, I'm sorry. And they're like, get out. You betrayed us all. And he's like, I'm just going to tell you that, you know, they're coming. And I wanted to save you because I really do like you guys. Mm-hmm. That's enough. And then he runs away to join the collective again, right?
Right.
Because then whenever he comes back, it matters more.
Well, and it was an odd time for him to reveal himself.
Yeah.
I felt like there were way more important and opportune times for him to reveal himself. Right. So if he's found out, then it
pushes the action of it.
Makes a lot more sense
right.
because why would he just reveal himself at that moment? Why not when they were fighting one of the aliens?
Right. At the very beginning, he's like, yeah, I mean, they never even say it. I mean, even if they had said they implanted this alien into this group to find out what they know or whatever, then maybe that makes sense. But he just like hanging out.
Yeah, he just... Why? Why did
he never tells them why.
Why did he join the group in the first place?
Yeah. So maybe that could have been said, but
Yeah.
All right, next. The aliens are killing like several people in the town, and no one seems to notice at all.
Well, other than the security guard at Costco.
Yeah, I mean, they noticed that guy.
Which, can I just make a point about him really quickly?
Do it.
In the beginning, he just got his citizenship.
Yeah.
And it's like this
very happy,
sweet moment between him and Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
And then Ben leaves.
Yeah.
And then this guy proceeds to drink Costco's vodka, get high in the store.
Yeah.
Basically just really unlikable.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he dies. And it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you take somebody that had this really sweet moment and that we were like, oh, that's so cool. He just became a citizen and
he worked for it.
He
did
worked
this
for it really hard.
Yeah.
And then you show him just like total debauchery in the Costco.
Yeah, that would have been a hot take.
Before he gets killed. To me, I just didn't understand why you wouldn't.
Yeah, it would have been better like to have him, hey, I did this. He's like, if I see some, Cokes missing or whatever, hey, it's on me. And he's like, I will have a Coke. And he sits down. It'd be like so funny if he sits down at the little campfire and the little tent thing and he's having a Coke and then all of a sudden he's like, oh.
Yeah, I keep him likable.
Yeah.
I don't Then we're sad when he dies. Not that we weren't sad, but I'm just saying it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you don't normally cheer for the guy being all toking it up and getting drunk. And you're like, oh, okay,
right.
All right.
Like his boss just, was really sweet to him.
And trusting, and he took
gave
advantage
him
of it.
some snacks on the house. And then he just goes partying crazy in the store, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're not who we thought you were.
I guess not. Right. So here's the fix here. I think you tie this thing to a covert plan, not a...
You mean the killings?
The killings.
I took us off track a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. The killings have got to be this covert strategy.
Yes.
Okay? They're replacing these key citizens in the community.
Yeah.
So they don't realize they're killed.
Yes.
Right. So they think, like, for example, they go, oh, this lady was killed. And the cops show up. She's at the door. She's like, what?
They're like, she's there.
And he's like, then they look like idiots.
Yes.
Right. So, like, but they're replacing these key citizens. Like, I think the head of the HOA is replaced because, I've never lived in an HOA, but I've heard the tales.
Yeah.
I've heard stories been told.
The rules.
Yes. And if, like, you make one of them that, like, they're always watching, and it makes sense for that person to always be kind of, like, weird about it. And
right.
That would be kind of funny. So they're replacing these key citizens, and it raises no alarms. It just creates paranoia within
the watch group.
Yeah. Right. Act 2.
That would make a lot. Sorry.
That's okay.
Was thinking this comment and started saying it after you moved on. That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Than just randomly kill. I mean, they say they need people's skins.
Right. But they never really...
But why that person?
Yeah. And they don't really come back to it either.
Right.
So in these fixes, I think we cover that.
Yeah.
In Act 2, we discover the aliens, and then, nothing. We have this big reveal that it's not a killer, because they think it's a psycho.
Some kind of, murderer.
But then they discover it's an actual alien, and they reveal, like, they get the body. They're taking pictures with the body and take it to the man cave and have beers with it.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Like, they don't really, they go into their personal lives. Their momentum dies down. It bogs down.
Yeah.
Nothing really, they don't really do anything about it. It needs to go, for a fix, they need to go full on action comedy. Right?
Yeah, at that moment.
Right. It goes from toy flashlights to alien hunting boot camp in Bob's basement.
Yes.
Right. They transform it.
This just got real.
Yes, it got real.
This is an alien.
They've got invasion. They've got maps out. They're talking about their plans. Franklin is like MacGyvering weapons from Costco. Right.
Right.
There's drone surveillance missions, and it goes horribly wrong because they're invading people's houses with these drones, and they're like, oh, what are you doing? I mean, it can get really silly really quick, I think.
Right.
And so they're failing hilariously, but they're trying to...
They're taking it
seriously.
They're taking it seriously. They're not just,
being silly
dancing with what they think is an alien corpse.
A dead body.
Ends up being alive still.
Right. The next one, the problem, the alien threat isn't, I feel, super personal to them. Because, like, if the aliens want Earth, then why bother with this little sleepy suburb?
Right.
They have this basically blow up the Earth mission. They could have gone basically anywhere.
And to hide
better than this, kind of, well-populated area. But also the blow-up invasion thing, it just doesn't play. Because, like, why you do that? That's what we do.
That's
what aliens do.
It's just what aliens do.
Okay, for a fix, make Costco, the home base for a worldwide invasion. And they're shipping out aliens from this Costco to other Costcos.
To other Costcos.
Right. It's a
Costco network.
And this is ground zero, right? Because they're doing an invasion of taking over key people, just like they did in the neighborhoods. Yes. They're not trying to blow anything up. They want to take over.
Yes. And I agree with you. I think they didn't want to make it that big because they wanted the aliens to be able to be, stopped by just blowing up this one.
Yeah, but you know what
store?
What that stops?
Yeah.
the next movie. By having something still out there, they could have another movie.
Sure they could.
Should this one have been more successful. So, yeah, a writer has always got to be thinking about sequels.
I guess you could always do what every other Alien movie does and make the hive mind.
Yeah.
In this Costco.
Right.
And then when you destroy the hive mind,
it kills them all.
Because
they all do that. That's
every
one
Alien
of them.
movie has a hive mind.
Just wait till we get to the wall, folks. Just wait till we get to the wall. It's coming up. It's coming up. Matt Damon is not safe.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our fix there for that one. The next, the wife. We talked about her earlier. She is criminally underused. Criminally.
So sad.
Abby she barely exists beyond confused spouse. She barely exists.
Yeah, she's just trying to get pregnant.
And she's just confused.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's her whole purpose until the very end when she gets kind of pulled into what all of these guys know.
Right.
She gets pulled into the watch group. And then all of a sudden she's like, I'm in. Let's go fight aliens.
And then she fights for a second and then they sideline her again.
Yeah.
Take care of the wounded guy.
Take care of him. And then she's out of the fight.
So, for a fix here, Abby has joined the fight way earlier. She learns about the invasion way earlier and is all in with her husband.
Yeah.
She is a former Costco employee.
Yeah,
so she knows the security systems.
Let's do that.
Right.
I think that's perfect.
She gives Evan some confidence that he's kind of been faking through because he's not really been there, right? And he's kind of just trying to do, that's why he's doing all these clubs. He's trying to find who he is and his basically his manhood. And she's like, you got this, babe.
Right.
And she helps him find that again. She can even save the watch with, a move that she pulls off, right? Something that happens that she slams the gate down or something.
Right.
Saves them doing this thing. Basically make her more like a Ripley, right? Than just, she's there for a minute. She's picked up a gun because it's cute. Really?
Yeah.
Boo.
Ooh, this is a cute one.
It's a cute one. Really, they said that as a line. Because the thing is, their conflicts in their marriage then start to be worked out as they're working together in saving the earth.
Right. So you start the film, they're feeling a little distant from each other.
Right.
Because they can't get pregnant.
And she's not sure why.
She's not sure why. She thinks it's her. He knows it's him.
And during this moment,
he's pulled kind of away from her. He has to be in control of all these things because he's
that guy.
Maybe he even feels less of a man because
he's sterile, right?
Because he can't get her pregnant. And then as they fight through this, definitely pull her into the story.
Right.
Because as they become a team together, not just with these other guys, but as a couple.
Right.
Then, they get closer.
Right.
The truth can come out and then they work through it.
Right. And in this moment, as they're fighting in the end, he reveals that he is sterile. They can't have kids. And she's like, doesn't matter, baby. We're a team. We got this. Right? Yeah. That's a beautiful moment as all this stuff is happening. So,
agreed.
That's where
that would have been great.
That would have been great. Instead of just walking and going, I'm sterile. Okay, her friends, bye. Weird. Just weird. Didn't work.
Yes.
Act 3, the finale here. The climax of the story was loud. Mm-hmm. It was killing a bunch of aliens, shooting them all up. But it was definitely emotionally flat. Okay? Because they didn't really build their characters as big as they needed to, there wasn't a whole lot for them to do other than just shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it kind of makes it forgettable. Just grab the orb. Okay.
Just grab it.
Grab the orb and
that we've already figured out is a weapon of some kind.
Yeah, and get out of here. And I'm like, oh, guys, come on. For a fix, each character's got to have a payoff. Okay, so here's what I thought through. Evan, that we found out, he loves this Costco like his baby. He's got to choose to blow the store up.
Yeah.
And I think it would be one of those cool things of like, save Abby or blow up the Costco. And of course he's like,
of course,
buy Costco.
He's going to.
Boom, right? Blows it up, right? because that's real stakes.
And that might even be an issue earlier in the movie where she's like, I feel like you love Costco more than you love me.
Exactly.
And then at the end, he obviously chooses her over this Costco that he's devoted himself to.
Absolutely. Bob, I think he's right there because he's fighting the alien that is inside his daughter's boyfriend. So his daughter's boyfriend is an actual alien.
Which we all knew and wanted him to be the alien.
Yeah, one of them, sure. And then he is, and he's about to kill him, right? But his daughter, who has also been, came along in the fight, she's there. He's like, why are you here? And she's like, I couldn't let you go through this alone, Dad.
Yeah.
And then she shoots. She's like, you got to respect me. Whatever it was.
Whatever it is.
Whatever her catchphrase line is.
She chooses Dad over
this jerk of a guy who was trying to take advantage of her. Exactly. And she knocks him off. And then they're like, I love you, baby. Right? That would have been a great moment.
Yeah.
Because it's always a great moment when your daughter shoots a guy.
To save
you. It's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Then Franklin, I think, like I said earlier, he takes the hit for the cop. For Forte there, and he takes. I think it would be cool if you don't leave the wife behind because that's dumb. She's not a nurse.
She's in it. She's been in it.
What is she, like? Oh, you're a lady. You should know medical skills. What kind of stupid, lazy writing is that? Franklin takes this guy into the office. Okay, of Costco, where there's a bunch of cameras.
Right, the security
cameras. Right, and he's seeing Franklin basically run and take charge of the attack.
Of the mission.
Because Evan, his growth moment is he lets it go. And he lets Franklin. He's like, he trusts his team now.
Right. He doesn't have to be in control anymore.
Right. And because he's got to handle this other thing, whatever it is. He's got to disarm this thing or whatever with his wife. Franklin takes charge. And that's when Forte's like, that kid would make a great cop, right?
Yeah.
In the office.
Yes.
And we see it, and we're like, oh, cool. And then Jamarcus, who's betrayed the alien collective, of course he comes back, which he did in the movie. He did come back. But I thought it would be cool if he sadly, tragically dies. Okay. So he dies, and they're like, oh, this is the saddest thing. And then when all the things calm down, settle down, and they start going back into the real world, a guy enters and is like, hey, guys. And they're like, what? And he says something that
Jamarcus would say.
And they're like, what? And he's like, yeah, this person I found this person like in the morning. They were already dead. I promise you, they were already dead. And he's like, and it's a completely different look. And it's somebody else. A different skin. It's so fun if he came back. That's what I thought would be great in that one. Next, the resolution is very quick. Basically we beat the aliens and then credits.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no growth celebrated at all. And I think it should be
a little
tiny bit. But I think there should have been much more because, again, in this version that we fix here, the characters had a way bigger connection to their community. We saw the connection to the community, like why they needed this.
They realized their purpose.
Right.
They kind of came into who they were meant to be through this journey.
Right. And the community that kind of laughed at them, kind of snubbed them, is now celebrating them.
Right.
And we got to see that. And become the heroes of the suburb.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. So the Watch becomes this they're like beloved local heroes now.
Yeah.
They're on the news and people have T-shirts of them and
their
face on the water tower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Home of the Watch, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
Evan and Abby, they strengthen their marriage, but, not just a shot of their child running in. It's you see him applying that same focus and attention that he does. It used to give everybody else, now on his family.
Right.
Right. Now he's all in with his family.
He's devoted.
And he's not just trying to deflect now. Mm-hmm. Bob, I thought it'd be funny now that he's he's trying to find his purpose again. He's now the new security officer at Costco's.
Okay.
And he's owning it. He's totally owning it.
Yeah.
He's loving it. And he's like, hey, watch it over there.
He's
hey,
great at it.
He's great at it. So they're doing all their day jobs, but they're still part of the Watch. You know what I mean? I'd love it, of course, at the end Also, if they all had like matching tattoos, the watch, and
not just the jackets,
not just the jackets, but like they have the matching tattoos. And it probably, one of the things that would be kind of cool is if it was the original logo
with the tiger.
Not with the tiger, with the eye
with
on
the
it.
Eye.
Yeah, because they have this kind of battle. What's cooler, and they all come back to the eye.
They all come back to the original.
The original thing. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then Franklin, he joins the police academy. I don't think he should be a cop right away. They just show him in the academy now killing it. Right?
Right.
And they're, Forte is just like,
I knew it all along.
This best, he's going to be better than all of us.
Yeah.
He's the chosen one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Amazing.
And then you showed Jamarcus hosting barbecues now with his real friends and having this tribe of his own, and he's happy, and it's all good. I think for a final gag, it'd be great too if, the new HOA person comes in and does something that's alien
that they know
that they recognize immediately. She cuts herself at this thing, and the green goop comes out, and all of them, like, without like pulling it out of like a magic bag, their jackets come on, they're like, and they're standing up, and they're like, we got this.
Yeah.
And the people are running, and they're like, hey, and the alien turns around immediately, and they're like, right, and it's to be continued. So that's how we get those sequels in there. Because there's still some cleanup.
Yeah, because they didn't get the aliens that...
They didn't get them all.
Yeah, that had already become other people.
Right. So that would be my last gag joke.
Yeah.
That I think would be fun.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
So really, in a nutshell, the main characters needed an actual purpose.
Right.
They needed something that they were growing towards. And then this journey of discovering and hunting these aliens together kind of helped them fulfill and become who they are meant to grow into.
Right. It had potential 100%. It had potential for fun. And it's kind of a smart suburban kind of sci-fi comedy. It did. But it relied too heavily on kind of honestly cheap jokes and kind of random kind of chaos. And, the sophomoric humor there it's fine in some movies, but I feel like this could have been a really family friendly.
It could have been, but they relied so heavily on just the charm of their lead actors and the locker room humor.
Yeah, but they could have taken and given the watch like real stakes and defining this alien threat, making it a little bit like stronger, because in fighting that back in who they are makes it funny.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It makes it a lot funnier.
It's inherently funny.
And it's just more of a high concept adventure, and it has some heart, right? With equal laughs, right?
Exactly.
That's the goal there. So.
That's the goal.
All right, everybody, that was The Watch. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll tell you guys, for all of you guys listening out there, every week I'm seeing all these numbers of people watching, and I'm going to just another shout out to all you lake people. Man,
there's a lot of water people out there.
There's so many people that listen to these podcasts out on the boat or around water or in parks. And I'm just saying thank you now, guys. Thank you. Keep it up. Share with more lake people, y'all. Get it out there to all the lake people. Yeah. And then you lake people, make friends with like suburban people and share it with those suburban people, because they have not heard the good word yet. And they don't know the coolness and funness of I Can Fix Your Movie. So thank you guys again for listening.
Yes,
and,
we appreciate you listening.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.